Welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind with your hosts, Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. Jay and Sally have always wondered what the inspiration is that drives others to create and express their art. Inside the Artist's Mind, we'll dive into the mind of the artist and teach us more than we ever knew. Enjoy the show!
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. And everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were scared of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. And I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swore you moved overseas. That's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie. You still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were scared of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. When we were young, when we were young, when we were young. And it's hard to win me back. Everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. And a part of me keeps holding on, just in case you haven't gone. I guess I still care. Do you still care? Look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were scared of getting old. It made us restless. Oh, I'm so mad I'm getting old. It makes me reckless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. when we were young.
Hi, and welcome to Inside the Artist's Mind today. We have myself, I'm Jay Harmon, and my
Sally Barnard.
Sally Barnard is here with me again. Thank you very much for being here. And
You're welcome.
we are so delighted today that our special guest for Inside the Artist's Mind, we're going to talk to JayCee Driesen. And she is, I'm sure many of you have probably heard or seen JayCee's performances. And we are so happy to have her with us today, and we would love to begin to talk to her a little bit about her wonderful career.
Well, what a pleasure it is to be here.
Have
Thank
to
you so
applaud
much
again.
for
That was
having
beautiful,
me.
Beautiful.
That song really hits home. That's actually one of my mom's favorite songs.
Aw,
Of course,
that
by the
was-
amazing Adele, when we were young. And it's so funny. I always say that in my shows. It's like, why is it that we always, when we're younger, we always want to be older, and then when we're older, we want to be younger?
Yeah, isn't that
Tell
the
me
truth?
about it.
Isn't that the truth?
What's up with that?
yeah.
I know.
That's life, which
That-
is also a great song, right?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
right.
I'd love you
That's
to
in
sing.
my
I would
repertoire
love
as
for
well.
you to sing that. Right,
I
right.
do.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll do it now.
Life is a song.
Yeah,
Every-
absolutely.
yeah,
I have
life
to
is
say,
a
I
song.
just love what you do. I love your music, and I love
you.
the older songs because I've been to a few of your shows. Unbelievable. It's great to have you as a
Yeah.
gift.
Thank you
JayCee.
so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
You know, I love I love it as much as I love breathing.
Beautiful.
What can I say?
As I do, and I can relate to that with my
Yeah,
show, this one and
wonderful.
also my Monday show. So when did you first start to know that you could actually sing so
Wow.
beautifully?
Well, I always sang as a little girl. My mom used to play piano, and I grew up on Long Island in Massapequa, and we had a beautiful split-level home and big bow window in the front. I even say this at my shows. A lot of times I tell everybody that I used to stand in front of that big bow window with a hairbrush, you know, and say, oh my God, this is what I want to do. And yeah, and it just kind of spiraled from
This
there.
was a
you know.
very young age,
Yeah,
it was-
I would say I started maybe when I was 3.
so it was
Really?
right in your blood,
Wow.
right? Yes,
Like
yeah.
my mom said, I came out singing. So, you know, okay.
I can believe that.
I'll
right?
believe you.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
remember that, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I always knew, I didn't always sing, but, you know, professionally. Actually, I was in retail, I was in wholesale and fashion and
Oh, really?
yeah. I actually worked for Rainbow Shop for like over 20 years. Yeah, I did. I was in management. I was in a merchandise manager. I would set up stores. I was in the visual department. I did so much for them for many, many years.
So it was later on that you decided you wanted to do more of being more professionally
Well,
on the
I always
stage?
sang. You know, my friends always, like, whenever we would hang out at my house, whatever, and the records would be playing, I'd be singing along to the records, and my friends would always say to me, you have to sing because, you know, you have just, like, the greatest voice. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, cut it out. You know,
Well, I'm glad for them.
not going to happen. I'm like, I just like it, you know, it's fun, whatever. And then I remember when karaoke first came out, you know, many years ago.
I remember.
I'm aging myself here or
I
whatever.
can relate.
But
It's a good show, right?
and you know what? Karaoke was the greatest thing because well, even to this day, you know, if you're like a frustrated singer, you know, you love to sing, whatever. Karaoke is the best way to do it.
Actually, that's perfect for me,
And get over
'cause I
like
can't
stage
sing.
fright and all that kind of stuff. I mean, people have it. It's you know, it's normal to have stage fright. When you sing karaoke, I met someone the other night that says, you know, I love to sing, but I'm just so afraid to be in public and sing in front. I'm like, sit around with a bunch of people in your house, you know, get started that way, you know, and then go out and do some karaoke. It's fun. People are drunk. They could care less, you know. Like,
They'll enjoy it.
right. Everyone has a good time, you know. But, yeah, so when I did that, and then I always say this, I say this also in my show, that I believe everybody should get divorced once in their lifetime because
Well, you know.
because it makes you decide to do what you want to do for yourself. So I didn't I was in fashion and retail, whatever, and I always loved to sing. And then when that happened, I said, I wanted to do something that I really loved more than anything. Not that I didn't love being in fashion, because I do. But singing it's a different kind of passion, It's just something, that's in you. It's like, I don't know. You have to get it out somehow.
Right. It's like artwork for us.
Exactly.
It's something that is intrinsic, and it can't just stay there. It has
so
to.
true. Yeah, you got to put it out there on paper or whatever.
Once you start,
and you put it in the air.
I know for myself, I started really later in life doing what I'm doing, and especially, also my show on a Monday. I could never turn the clock back and go back to what I was doing. So I totally relate to what you're saying. And you have such a beautiful voice. So
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
glad
very
that you
much.
decided to do this.
Well, yeah. So it kind of spiraled from that. And I remember when I was actually singing at a bowling alley. Believe it or not, on
At a
Long
bowling
Island.
alley. How neat.
On Long Island many years ago, and someone came over to me and they said to me, we do shows for I was at an independent living, and we do shows for our residents, and you do this professionally? And I said, absolutely. I didn't at the time, and she said, well, I would love it if you would come and sing for our residents. And I was like, okay. The very next day, I went out and I bought a whole sound system.
Beautiful.
And I bought, tracks and microphone, the whole thing. And that's when it all started. And I had my first gig. And then from there, I just, I came up with a name, with a production name kind of thing. I think I started out, it was like JayCee Star Productions or something.
I was going to ask you your first song. What did you sing? Do you remember?
Oh, my first song. Oh God, I don't even remember.
Independent
But it
Living.
probably had to be Barbara, because I was
Okay,
always
right,
such a
right.
Streisand fan. So it had to be something by Barbara. And and I figured out, an hour show was like 16 songs, and and made it all fit. And then I made a little demo, and then I started sending it out to the independent livings, and the next thing you know,
Beautiful.
JayCee Review was born, and
And here you are today, right?
And here I am today, many years later, and everything I've done, throughout my career, I have to say, everything's been a stepping stone, and it's just grown.
Yeah.
It's like one step in front of the other.
Yeah.
I never thought I was going to keep going and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, not size-wise this way, but, like in the business. And it's something that I always dreamt,
Yeah.
of something that I wanted to
I talk on
do.
my show a lot about that, following your passion.
Yeah.
And that's what you did, and look where it leads
that's
you
it.
to.
If
Right,
you,
and-
if you really have doing what you really do, you're going to continue with that. You're not going to just quit, because why? I mean, that's what you want to do. That's what.
And
you're
everything
destined to
just
do.
falls into place, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It's just
and
like the
people
next step.
say, obviously, if you love something, it's not like work.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
And there's a line in one of the songs that Bobby Darin does. It's called, I think it's called The Curtain Falls. And at the end of the song, it's like, and I get paid for this? So
Yeah,
it's like,
so
it's
true,
so
right?
true.
Yeah, it's very
Because
true, yeah.
on top of when
Yeah.
you love something so
It's
much, and then
like,
you
yeah.
can actually say, wow, I'm actually getting paid
Right,
for this.
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and I have to say, this is my full-time career. I never thought that I would be a full-time, entertainer. That this is how I make my living. There are people that love to do what they do, but it's just kind of like a hobby.
I was just
kind
going to
of
say, you
thing,
turned
whatever.
your hobby into a passion and into success.
Into a
like you have,
business.
right?
I have
Absolutely.
my own corporation.
Absolutely.
I'm a one-woman
Beautiful.
corporation.
Well, your music is beautiful.
Pretty
Anybody-
cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm blessed, I have to say. And when it comes to that, I am so grateful, so humbled, and so blessed.
So, how long have you been in the South Florida area?
Well, I've been down here like as a snowbird, going back and forth, probably I don't know, 15 years or so,
15 years,
or whatever.
yeah.
But I've only been here full time. It's going to be 4 years, which is hard to believe. I can't even imagine that. But yeah, I guess during after COVID. Right during COVID, we wound up coming down here full time. So yeah, it's 4 years. Oh my God.
Welcome to
Is
sunny
it going to be
Florida.
5 years? Oh my God, please don't
5
even
years
say that.
later. It's a
It's
little
like-
cold right now. It's not quite sunny Florida,
my-
but it'll get back to sunny Florida.
Well, I don't mind the
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
I
no.
love it being a little chilly down in Florida. It reminds me of home. I still
A
call
little bit.
Long Island home. Even though I'm here full time, I still call it home.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love it. But like I'm doing a show tomorrow night outside. And
Okay.
it's actually it's in Pompano.
Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute
okay.
when we come back from our commercial.
Oh, okay,
And
great.
we will get right into that because I want to hear all about that.
Me
So,
too.
Great.
Anyway, everybody hang in there, and I hope you're enjoying today's show, and we will be right back.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come on down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
A true story, Call Me Zena, is the telling of Sally Barnard. Born in London, England at the end of the Second World War, she came into the U.S. in 1979. A mother of two and a grandmother of four, she settled in Florida and worked in real estate. While going through a difficult time in her life, she was admitted into a hospital overnight in December of 2005. While settling back into her life, she began having vivid dreams and documenting them. By the third dream, a lady gave her a message to draw. With no artistic background or interest into art or history, Sally listened to her dreams and grabbed a paper and crayons. Today, she has over 150 pieces of inspiring art and poetry. This book follows her journey and interpretations of these messages. She describes in detail how she is able to astral a project and who she has met along her travels, including her spirit guides. This book will show you how anything is possible with an open mind. These events have changed Sally's life and direction, and this book will show you how to change yours. Purchase Call Me Zena on Amazon today, authorhouse.com and amazon.com.
Welcome back to Inside the Artist's Mind with Jay Harmon and Sally Barnard. To be a part of the conversation, call 888-994-4995, Studio A. Now back to the show.
Hi, and welcome back to Inside the Artist's Mind, where today we are talking to JayCee Driesen and talking to her a little bit about her career, and she was just getting ready to tell us where she is going to be performing next.
Yeah, actually tomorrow night, which is what's today? Today's
Tuesday,
the 10th.
tomorrow.
Today's the 10th.
January 11th, actually. Yes, I'm going to be. There's a community in Florida in Pompano called Palm Air. It's a very large community, and inside the community there's a community center. It's called the Herb Skolnick Community Center, and right across the street there's a gazebo from the community center. It's in the community, and they've been doing like music under the stars like once a month, and I think they call it the Starlight series. And so I'm going to be there tomorrow from 6 to 7:30. It's an hour and a half show outdoors. I know it's a little chilly in Florida, but tomorrow night it's supposed to be really
Getting
nice,
a little warmer.
like in the 60s, like 65 or something. So which is beautiful for me.
Can anyone go? I used
It's
to live
free.
in Palm
Yeah,
Beach, so
anybody
maybe
can
I'll
go.
just stay.
Okay.
Free,
there
open
you
to the
go.
public. Bring a chair, bring a blankie, like whatever you want. Food, wear sneakers so you can dance around. It's on the grass, whatever. So, and I'm going to be there with my piano player, Mark Friedman, is going to be joining me. So I'm very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so that's coming up. And then my big show with the band, with my I'm going to be with my 5-piece live band, is going to be Monday, February 3rd at Bellagio Community, which is actually where I live in Lake Worth, and we're doing a show. It's for the Brooklyn Club, and it's going to be Diamonds Are Forever, which is a tribute to my favorite performer, the amazing, the Dame, Shirley Bassey,
Yeah,
who just,
Bassey, I was
who
just
just
gonna say,
turned
yeah.
88.
Did she really?
2 days
Because
ago.
I'm from England, and that's what
Yes,
I remember
Shirley
Bassey.
Bassey.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
She was
yeah.
amazing.
Oh my God,
What a voice.
She's
From-
amazing.
Yeah, the,
So I'm very excited about that, and
007,
that's
huh?
open to the public as well. So anybody can go. Tickets are $10. If you want to go, just contact me, and I can get
that's
you,
what
and I
date?
can get
Did
you
you say
in.
Feb-
That's Monday, February 3rd.
Okay, I'll write that
Showtime
down.
7 p.m. To 8:30. But of course, Bellagio residents take precedent, so they will be let in
course, yeah.
first. So the theater only holds 600 people. So tickets are selling quite rapidly. So if you
Yeah.
do want to go, you have to let me know so I can, make
Right,
room.
right,
Because
okay.
I do have quite a few people that are going.
Well, that'll
Yeah.
be nice.
I can't-
Not too
I
many
can't
people
wait.
in America know Shirley Bassey, actually.
I say that all the time.
Yeah.
I say, like, do you know
She is
who she
amazing.
is?
Yeah, I do.
And people are like, no, I never heard of her. And I say, well, all I
Oh,
have
my
to do
God.
is say one word, and you'll know who she is. So
Didn't
I
she
just
s-
go, Goldfinger!
That's right.
And then everyone knows who
I
she
know
is.
that's what
What
she's
was the other-
That's what
mostly
she's-
known for in
yes,
the U.S. is,
exactly.
James Bond.
Yes.
I'm trying to Big Spender.
Oh,
She
Big
sang- Yeah,
Spender,
and
yes.
I'm singing it because I know the words to
Yeah.
those songs.
Yes.
What was she known for? It was a Big Spender. I think it was called
Definitely. Oh,
Big
so
Spender.
But
many
you're from Great
favorites.
Britain, though.
I love them.
So many
yeah,
favorites.
yeah.
You know,
Big
that,
Spender, Never, Never,
I'd
Never.
love to hear you sing that.
Oh, yeah, I do that in my show.
You do? Okay.
There we go.
That's my
Absolutely.
psychic stuff coming here, right?
Never, Never, Never. If I
beautiful.
never sing another song. Of course, her signature song, This Is My Life.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
She was
there's so
great.
many.
And like in the 80s, I think she was really.
Oh, yeah,
set-
very,
yeah,
very
yeah,
big.
Very, very big.
I just,
yeah,
I
yeah.
love
She
her
was great.
absolutely
It's
so much.
great, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably be more familiar with because I think she was really bigger in the UK than
Yes,
she
She
was
was English,
definitely.
here.
definitely,
But you would
yeah.
probably be very
Yeah,
familiar
no,
with her, right?
of course
Yeah.
I used to love listening to her music.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen her live. I mean,
No,
whenever
I
I sing her music, I get audience members that would come over to me after the show and they'd be like, "Did you ever see her live?" And I'm like, "No, I wish I had." I had.
JayCee, let's
And-
get back to you because it's
Oh.
your show. Let's talk about you.
I know I'm talking about Shirley
Shirley
Bassey.
Bassey was
She
great.
doesn't need the
But-
promo,
no,
but I do.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to turn it back to you. So
Good
tell us
thinking,
more about
Sally.
you. Okay. Okay.
Oh, back to me. Well, I don't even know where to go from that. Just the fact
Yeah.
that I just love what I'm doing.
Well, I
And
love
it's
your
all-
music. You pick from so many the era that I love because I've been to a few of your shows.
How do I pick the songs?
Yeah,
You know?
I know that you have them all organized. I believe you do some of the
I
thinking with your
do.
mom. right?
My shows are usually all different. Like I don't like singing the same songs over and over.
Right, right.
I would get bored, and I have a large fan base, and so how many times do you want to come and see, everyone loves me and I love them and I appreciate my audience like you have no idea. And for me, that's the main thing is the connection that I have with the audience. It's like being in I say like, how'd you get into my living room? It's like, because that's the way I feel. And the thing is that I always want to bring something different. As many times as people come to see me, they're like, wow, I never heard you sing that one. And I'm like, well, that's the idea. Because you would get bored if you always had hear me sing the same songs over and over again. So I really think it's important to have variety. I like to be doing every genre of music from Broadway to pop to blues to jazz
but
to country.
With your great voice, though, I mean, you can cover a lot of singers and a lot of material.
That's the idea is
You're
the
able
different
to do
genres.
that,
Thank you.
That you're not limited to
I'm
just a
not
few.
limited,
No. And that's a great thing. Folks, you just got to come out and see her show. You won't believe it when you see it.
It is phenomenal.
I mean, there are a lot of times people are like, they ask for the favorites, so you have to like do them. People, you don't want to upset anybody. So if they request it, you have to do it. I used to do a show on Long Island. It was like, I called it the Human Jukebox Show, and I would give them a list of songs, and everyone would pick out the songs that they wanted to hear, and I would play them, and I would sing them, and a lot of times people would select the same songs that like all these other people were picking out. I'm like, okay, you got to pick out a different one because this one picked it out already. But it's like everyone loves to hear the classics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
absolutely.
I love that you do that.
They love
because
the
some
classics.
of the music today is not
I love
like,
Torch. I love big, powerful ballads
Yeah,
and
me too.
Torch music. I mean, that's where my, like Blood and Guts, that's where my heart is,
and
all
it
those
shows
big
when you
songs.
sing, you can
and
see that.
Broadway.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
Broadway
yeah,
songs
yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff
absolutely,
like that.
yeah.
But, I also love pop and fun and country and dance and disco and, because you want to, like I said, you got to
You're
have
able
variety.
To do, some people just stick to just one particular genre, but you
Yeah,
can
no,
do
I
it.
do
Yeah.
a lot of different
Yeah,
genres.
yeah, which is
If
great.
I only did one genre well, I would stick to that. But the
you do
fact
them all
that
well,
I do a
so
lot of different
absolutely.
ones,
And
that
you gain
makes it
more and
fun.
more people because they
Exactly.
they love whatever you're singing.
Yeah.
It
And
sounds
you hit
great.
on everybody.
Exactly, yeah.
You're going to hit in an audience where somebody
right,
likes it.
yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
you're doing a great job.
absolutely. And
Okay.
some of the old classics. I was watching the movie the other night called That's Entertainment.
Yeah.
And they, some of the classic songs
Everyone
that
loves
were
them.
on there is just wonderful. Listening to Judy Garland, listening to, just
Liza Minnelli.
yeah, and her daughter, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
she's,
Liza, sure.
and they,
Yep.
but they just such wonderful music.
Because it stands for the years. They never ever go
It's
out of
timeless.
date. It's timeless.
Absolutely
yeah, that's the word I was
timeless.
looking for.
Those
Absolutely,
songs
yeah.
They will
are
go
timeless.
on.
I
and
mean, even
on.
the
They're
younger
not-
generation,
True.
they'll still. How can you not love that music?
Yeah, and what I like to do is even though they're classics, I don't sing exactly like the artist.
Right.
It's my own spin
Right. Well,
on
you
it.
wanna be, your own-
I would never be considered like I would never impersonate anyone.
Right.
Like when I say I'm going to do a tribute to Shirley Bassey, I'm not impersonating
No,
her.
you're doing her
I'm
music,
doing
right.
her songs
Exactly.
and celebrating her
You're doing a
music
tribute.
like I do with every
Yeah.
artist.
tribute,
I
yeah.
celebrate their music in
beautiful.
my own style, in my own way.
Right.
So and sometimes I like to change up the melody a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah, yeah,
because
But that's fun.
I remember one time when Barbra Streisand was interviewed, she had said, she goes, I don't hear it that way. I hear it this way.
Yeah.
And I understand that
Yeah,
because a lot of times I'll hear music and I'm like, I don't hear it like that. I hear it like this. So I change it, and it makes
Now,
it work.
I have one more question, and then we're going to have to go.
Wow,
But-
that was fast.
I know, wasn't it?
when you're having fun.
Wow.
Time
But
flies.
the-
My show doesn't go this fast. Wait a minute.
Who do you feel that of today's
1
contemporary
minute, please.
artists, who do you think is really up there? I mean, really with a voice that can really.
Oh, that's a tough question.
You have 1 minute to answer
Today-
this. I've
I
just been
can't.
told we're
I
on the
can't
1
even
minute.
answer that. That's
Well, we'll.
I'll have to think about for the next time.
Okay, for the
just
next
gonna say when
time
you
we
come
will
back,
we
yeah.
will do that because we all agree that so many classic songs are so wonderful.
Yeah.
And and they're hard to be compared to anything today.
That's
Can't
true.
compare to that.
They don't write,
So-
and they don't write music like they did.
They sure
They
don't.
don't, and they don't
Sorry,
put the
they
musicals
don't.
on. We were just talking about seeing
Yeah.
what that's entertainment
Yep.
that we were listening
Yep.
to. The sets were unbelievable.
Absolutely.
They were real.
Coming down the staircases, but it was
Yeah.
real. It was
So,
not.
Yeah.
so anyway, JayCee, thank you so
Thank
much
you so
for
much
being
for
here.
having me.
And we
Please
really,
come back. Don't be a
Oh, I
stranger.
would
we
love
really
to.
enjoyed it.
I would love to. Thank you
and
so
if you
much.
get a chance, come and see JayCee's show. You won't be let down. I'll tell you
Tomorrow
that.
in
I've seen a
Palmera.
couple
Tomorrow
of her shows.
at
Oh,
the
my goodness,
Pompano
they're great.
Gazebo.
Pompano,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and definitely come there.
And if you need anything, or if you'd like to come on our show, just give us a call at 1-888-994-4995, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you. We're open to talking to anybody who is creative, who likes to do or make or perform anything. So thank you again, and thank you, Sally. And we
you,
will,
Jay.
we will see you again
Thank
next
you,
time.
definitely, JayCee.
Okay.
Thank you.
And have a great day.
Thank you for watching Inside the Artist's Mind. We hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in next week as we explore more about the artist's passions and inspirations.